Well, I'm Hogan.
Hogan has to stay.
How you doing, brother?
Oh, what's up, Hokey?
Well, let me tell you, brother. What's that? I'm right off to you full of pride.
What's that? Let's hear it.
We take people don't even know, brother. Like maybe brothers. And we'll give them world title shots to anybody at any time. Once you're giant. You've got to brother. You've got
You gotta do something else.
Get out of my house.
How does this company even
I love it. I don't like your house anyway. It cramps my style.
You know how I know my job is in paradise? Not paradise. A predicament. It's because everybody's wearing the same dang pants I am. It's a super sexy 60-second SmackDown recap. During the opening of Bryan vs. Sheamus, Ricardo Rodriguez gets Sheamus DQ'd. Del Rio has sex with Sheamus's elbow. I've done that many times. R-Truth and Kofi defeat Hunico and Camacho. Prosa came out and so did I. Swagger is the first person to lose via countout to Funkasaurus. You can trust me, I get pretty funky. Who is the first female to be featured between two guys on the show? It's The Office gangbanger Eve Torres. I'll gangbang her all by myself. Damian Sandow decides that Derek Bateman is an ignoramus. I'll stick it in her anus. Bateman says, yeah, and then is destroyed by Ryback. I have nothing sexual to say to any of that. Big Show and Orton defeat Kane and Rhodes via WMD. I'll show you my weapon of mass destruction. Yeah. Layla defeats Natalya with the layout. That's just too easy. The Office gangbang has Teddy Long rub oil on Antonio Cesaro. If Long would have put oil on his hand and shoved it down Cesaro's tights, that would have been sexy hilarious. AJ gives Caitlyn a tampon-sized period punch. I'd make some hot tea with AJ's tampon. You probably think I was joking. And Sheamus defeats Bryan via super broke kick. I use it so hard you might think I have a super broke dick. That's pretty much my impression of Johnny Ish getting unleashed. He comes out and says he's gonna be bigger than The Rock, than Stone Cold Steve Austin, than anybody else. Do I believe it? Well, let's see. I went to Japan. I did better than everybody. And now you're gonna see me at my full potential. Then Punk comes out and calls Laurinaitis so many bad names that one of them got. But that's just because that's what the people wanted. Mr. Laurinaitis runs into the Big Show backstage and Mr. Laurinaitis throws a fit because Big Show did not move out of the way. That's how hardcore, how unleashed Mr. Laurinaitis is. John Cena, you better watch out. You're about to get your foot shoved straight up into your penis hole. Then the Office gangbang appears from around the corner for apparently no other reason than she probably got gangbanged by Rex and Hawkins. Save Rex and Hawkins! So the first match of the night is Cody Rhodes versus Big Show. It's a fairly short match and I'm gonna tell you why. It's all because of one big move. Big Show delivers one of the biggest body slams known to mankind! And Cody Rhodes decides to leave, and I don't blame him, and he gets counted out. And it's all smoke and mirrors because Cody Rhodes comes right back out just to show us that he is still the champion! Yes! Next up is a one-on-one match featuring Kofi versus Ziggler. Mason Wright makes an appearance with AW, who's with Primo and Epico, and Kofi hits the SOS and I thought he had it won. But Ziggler hits the zigzag. And Ziggler finally, after what, like 4 years, finally they let him get a win? Jeez, I had to look at my watch, but it was happened so long ago, my watch just dissipated. By the way, this man had nothing to do with pulling Kofi's leg off the rope when Kofi was on the top rope, which led Ziggler to hitting the zigzag. Next up, we have an interview by Michael Cole on John Cena. John Cena says he's going to compete at Over the Limit, even if it means that his arm is going to be amputated. John Cena is a bad example for children. And again, Michael Cole's groundbreaking interview style earns another 69 out of 69 stars on the Raw Loaf. Next up, we have a match where the pre-match introduction was longer than the actual match itself. And of course, the next match is a Divas match featuring Kelly and Layla versus Maxine and Natalya. I literally looked away for a second and didn't even see Layla hit that layout. And I was like, good thing they have instant replays, and it's a bad thing that I can blink. And Layla pins Maxine. You know, it's kind of hard. It really is. Really is
really, really hard to take the Divas seriously when one of their main moves is the hair pull back to the back. That has to have a name. Is there a name for that move? I don't care what the name of the move is, honestly. I'm just gonna call it the Menopause Masher. Let's get it? Menopause ends with an S and Masher starts with an M. And if you say it together, it says Menopause Smasher. Like Smasher. Next, they show Santino's foreign exchange YouTube show. How about it, WWE? Would you like all of this awesomeness to be featured as your 10th featured show? I guarantee you could do a lot with these like 120 views I get a week. Yeah, I might be selling out, but I'm doing this for free right now. If I get signed, I'll be making money. I could probably even go backstage. The only thing is they probably won't let me make fun of divas anymore, and I don't know how I feel about that. Next up, we have the submissions versus the power moves. And by that I mean Walls of Jericho and Cross Arm Breaker versus RKO and Bro Kick. Duh. Now was that not one of the most epic Alberto ever? I'm not gonna make you sit through me doing that again. Now is it just me, or are Sheamus's forearm hammers louder on SmackDown than they are on Raw? Just like Bryan gets cheered on Raw but booed on SmackDown? Now if you watched carefully, you would have seen Orton probably do a very vipery looking clothesline after he got tagged in. Y2J gives some classic taunting to Sheamus while putting his knee on Orton's face. Boy howdy, the ending of this match was pretty intense. Del Rio drop kicks Sheamus to save Jericho from the pin. Orton goes to clothesline Del Rio, but Del Rio ducks. He turns around for a clothesline of his own, but he gets hit by the RKO. Sheamus gets up and goes to bro kick Y2J. Y2J ducks and the bro kick is delivered to Orton. Jericho hits the code breaker and pins Sheamus 1, 2, 3. Then we go to the back and Jericho and Del Rio say they deserve a match against Sheamus for the championship belt. Then Orton comes blasting in and he says, I deserve a match. And then they attack Orton, and then Sheamus comes in, and then there's a big bar fight, and then in the end, Laurinaitis makes a fatal four-way match and over the limit between these four. I think that's gonna be a good match, honestly. Next up, we have Funkasaurus versus The Miz. I'm sorry. I know I vent every week about that girl from Tough Enough, and it's not gonna stop now. Seriously. The same dance moves every week. I can do all of them. You can even go to episode 2 and watch me shake my butt, bouncing around Team Star. Oh, that's right. And here's even a clip of me doing the splits. Yeah, it was real, and I knew it. I knew Michael Cole was a pimp. Did you hear him? He goes to the club, he dances, he probably gets all the chicks, he probably doesn't even know what to do. He probably doesn't even have to pay for drinks. Girls go up to him and be like, are you a coal miner? Michael Cole's like, yeah. And they're like, oh my god, let me buy you a Cosmopolitan. Michael Cole be like, make it a mint julep. They'll be like, oh, sure, if I could ever be so privileged to buy you a drink. Michael Cole be all like, better just give me your wallet. Girls be like, yeah? Hey B, it's Sean. Is Mom there?
Hey, yeah, here she is. Hello?
Hey, Mom, I'm just calling you to tell you that The Miz is awesome.
What?
I'm just calling to tell you that The Miz is awesome, and I'll talk to you later.
Where you at?
Alright? I'll talk to you later.
What the hell are you?
The Miz is awesome. The Miz is awesome. I'll talk to you later. I'm recording a show. But I love you. See ya.
Hey.
As if that girl from Tough Enough has the nerve to laugh at The Miz when he's tossed out of the ring. All this dancing reminded me of the dance that I created. I didn't do it tonight because we didn't get to see it tonight. It's from what I call the Viper Wiper. Power Slam DDT, RKO. Power Slam DDT, RKO. Power Slam DDT, RKO. And then they show another Be a Star segment. I want to know what school has like every single student at the school a huge like pro wrestling fan, and why I didn't go to that school. Oh yeah, because I grew up in Phillips, South Dakota. Google Maps that town. So Brock Lesnar decides he's not coming out tonight, so instead he sends his legal representation. Paul Heyman comes out and all the kids are like, who the fudge is that man? Or they're more like, who the fudge is that man? Or they're more like,
That man's scary, he's bald.
or they're more like,
I can't tell if that's a woman or a man. He got a ponytail.
or they're more like,
That's not AW.
if only this could have happened in Philadelphia. I hope they make Lesnar to be out, if he actually is still in and didn't actually quit, to be the biggest crybaby, like, man ever. I know lots of people have done it, but it'd be funny with Lesnar. It'd be hilarious with Lesnar. Paul Heyman makes Laurinaitis look like one of Ryback's opponents when it comes to promos. And we come to find out that Paul Heyman is a coal miner. Next up, we have CM Punk, who ends up having to have a 2-on-1 handicap match with Daniel Bryan and Lower Tensai. Now, near the end of this match, Lower Tensai delivers one of the most impressive double-handed choke slams I think I have ever seen. Now, after witnessing the legality of the green mist that Prince Albert uses, I start to think, what kind of gimmick would I have? You know when somebody sneaks into your shower in the middle of the night and you're not sure who it is? Well, guess what, ladies? It's me, the friendly, neighborhood, creepy guy. But now chloroform and things like that are legal, so I'm gonna take my chlorophyne and I'm gonna go find me some divas and I'm gonna dip it in here like this and I'm gonna put it on their nose like I'm patting them down with some powder, and then the fun begins, because I'm gonna get in mixed tag matches all day. Which one of you ladies wants to go out on a date with me now? So the match ends with Albert pinning Punk. After he runs off, of course Daniel Bryan gets in and puts in the yes lock. Now I bet that, what was it, like 10 years ago that Bryan Danielson was putting the cattle mutilation on Punk? That Punk was thinking, man, I'm gonna have some move put on me called the yes lock by this same man. Yes lock, cattle mutilation. Same thing. And this brings it to the end of the 10th episode of the Raw Loaf. 10 episodes! 10 episodes and running. I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm pretty proud of you loafers out there for helping me keep the show going by giving me all this motivation to keep doing it. You can keep doing it by liking this video, by sharing this video, or subscribing to my channel. But watch out, I'm actually thinking about probably making a new channel for the Raw Loaf itself. I think it's going to be a good idea. I don't know. If you have any experience in having your own show and then you branch off and it goes into its own channel, let me know. I want to know how it works out. If not, comment, share, subscribe, like. Yes, lock. Yes. 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 Yes.